Hey everybody. Oh, hold on one second. How's everybody doing this Saturday? Okay, I got my microphone on. So if the microphone doesn't sound right or if it sounds cloudy or fuzzy or whatever, just let me know so I can take it off and we can do the phone microphone. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to just get a computer because I think my computer is dead, y'all. I think it's dying a slow death. I think I'm doing too much to it. I think I'm putting too much on it. I think that's what it is. I think what I'm trying to do is just too much. So I'm just gonna have to get a new one. So just bear with me. And one Saturday, you guys are gonna come on. You can be like, yeah, she got a computer. Yeah. So just be patient. So hey, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. If this is your first time here, I am Kiki, and I am from Ohio. And what I am here to do, I am here to talk about to share with you all my research findings from my latest research project, which is called "How Are Kwasi Boyd's Repats Exploiting the Repat Community?" Okay, Kwasi Boyd's repats, for those of you who don't know, are defined as Big Pimpin', the Happy Companion, and the Dusty Divas, known as Phoenix Rain and Dusty Travel with Tay Tay. And why should we care about this topic? People are saying, but Kiki, why should we care about whether crazy boys repats are exploiting the repat community? Well, because we are the repat community. We are the repats. We are the ones being exploited. We are the ones being overcharged. We are the ones being taken advantage of. That's why you should care. Those donations, they're not going to where you think they're going to. All of that money is not being used for where you see it, where you think it's being used. Just like we discovered with Dusty Travel with Tay with her non-registered, non-licensed nonprofit. Just like we talked about last week, how she was overcharging people, how she tells you one price, but it's really something totally different. This is why you should care. And even furthermore, you should care is because these people have bad reputations and they're bullies. Okay. We've talked about this in the last research study. So this is another reason you should care because they consider themselves representing us. To the people in the Gambia, they're representing us. To the people in the Gambia, to the people in Africa, this is what the African American represents. This is what the African American is: a liar, a cheater, and a scammer. Because this is all these people are. The things they accused Kwasi Boyd of, this is what they are. This is who they are. And this is what my grandmother, another thing my grandmother always told me. When people accuse you of something, that's usually what they are. That's what they're doing. So be careful what you accuse people of because that's showing people what you're doing. So all the fraud activity, that's what's going on here. So that's why we should care because this is affecting us. This is affecting our reputation. And as African Americans, you all know that we have to guard our reputation because our reputation is all we have as a people, and we have to protect that. And when we see each other not acting accordingly, we need to hold each other accountable. So that's why we should care. We should care. And how am I qualified to do this type of research? Well, for those of you again who don't know, my background is I'm a social scientist. I am trained in qualitative and quantitative research. While I was in graduate school, I was a graduate research assistant. So what I did was I designed research methodology. I conducted research. I actually implemented the research project. I collected the data. I analyzed the data and I synthesized the data. I put it all together and made it into a report. Basically, what I'm doing for you guys for free. Those studies I worked on were paid studies. So this study, I do it for free. I do it for free because this is something I am passionate about. I am passionate about Africa and I am passionate about African Americans. And everybody who knows me knows that. So that's how I'm qualified. I'm an ethnographer. I've traveled to Africa several times, namely Nigeria. I've been to Nigeria so many times I get confused. I can't remember if it's 6 times or 7 times because I've had 2 passports And the one passport, actually, I've had three. And the second passport, they took it with the visas in it, so I can't really remember. So it was between 6 or 7 times. So each time I go, again, I take the opportunity to live amongst the people, to study the people, to see what the people are all about. I've also been to Cameroon once, and I have been to the Gambia once. I'm planning another, I'm planning on routinely going to the Gambia. That's my background. My background also professionally is in education and also in economic and community development. So when did we start this research? Man, we've been working on this research for a while. Okay. The original research was started way back about 2 months ago now. That's when we started looking at were these repats bullies. And what got us on this trail was, like I told you guys, I commented on one of Dusty's videos, the robbery video. Okay. And just how I was, bullied, and how I was trolled because I didn't agree with what she was saying, or because I questioned her credibility. You know, they thought it was okay to troll me and to, just say whatever to try to cyber bully me. So I thought to myself, wow, if this is how she treats me and she doesn't even really know me, this is how she treats everybody. So I said to myself, Dad, I wonder if these repats are nothing more than bullies. And that's when I started researching them to see if they were indeed bullies. And when she came out with that second accusation that Kwasi Boyd broke into her house, that's when I really, really, really just couldn't take anymore. I could not take any more of the lies, of the scams, of any of it. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I just had to do something. And I had to use the skills that I had, which was research. I knew I could research facts, and facts are truth. Okay, because facts can be proven. I knew I could research those. I knew I could put it in a report, and I knew I could present it to the Repat community. So the Repat community who's supporting these people will know these people are frauds. Will know that Kwasi, just like the prosecutor in the Gambia said, was innocent of all these charges. All these accusations were made up. Were made up. Yeah, they were all completely made up by people who are the fraudsters, as we've been discovering as a team, as the Repat community. We know what's going on. We know these people are fraudsters, but now we're just putting it all together. So that's how it all got started. It all just got started from that. And that one research project led to this, I guess you would call it a spinoff, and research usually does that. Research will usually, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want my lips to be dry. I don't like dry lips. So research will usually do that. It will usually make you lead you to something else. So it led us to this. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I think I got my lipstick messed up. Hold on. Okay, y'all, hold on. Because if I don't fix it, it's not. I'm not gonna talk right all night. Okay, and it's just too much right here in this corner. And I'm sorry. I fixed it. Okay. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay. So this second research project was basically like a spinoff, from the first research. Because when you research, you discover different things, and it leads you to different topics. And that's just what happened. And during the original research, we found that the repats were indeed exploiting and overcharging the repat community for various things with their crowdfunding, with their donations, claiming, like Dusty, claiming she's a nonprofit and she's not, overcharging people, saying she's going to do things and she didn't do them. Now, if the United Way said they would do those things that she said she was going to do and she didn't do them, you guys would be suing the United Way. You guys will be contacting the media. You guys will be doing everything. But instead, people want to troll people. They want to troll me. And for what? For writing the report? For delivering the message? Haven't you people heard? Don't kill the messenger. When you kill the messenger, bad things really happen. Watch 300 if you don't believe me. And that was based on historical facts. Okay. So let's continue. So that's what happened. So do we have any questions so far about what we just talked about? No? Okay, so let's keep going. So like I said, last week we talked about the Dusty Divas. We started off talking about the Dusty Divas and this is just a real quick recap. Okay. We talked about the Dusty Divas and how they were exploiting the repat community. We talked about how Dusty traveled with Tay Tay. Again, it's not licensed. We talked about how she started this project, this lights up the Gambia, and she acted like it was her project when it was not her project. She was not lighting up the Gambia with those 5 light bulbs. We saw that. You saw the light bulbs. You saw that, but you saw her saying that she was going to install poles. You saw her saying that the celebration was for her, and it was not. So those are lies, people. Okay. And what did she do with the donations? She did not do what she said she was going to do with the donations. So that's how we talked about her. Phoenix, we're going to continue. This was the introduction to Dusty. Okay. With Phoenix, we talked about her Africa project. Remember the Africa project? We talked about her maid school, how that maid school program was not anything new. We talked about how this maid school program was something that had been going on for quite some time. Actually, she started it in Africa last year, but she started it in LA. We decided, I don't remember how long ago, but it was before she got to the Gambia. So this is some idea that she's been pitching for a long time, trying to get funds for. And when she doesn't get funds, she lays it to the side. She talks about something else, or she moves to another city, and then she starts all over again. Okay. So that's what we talked about with her. That's where we stopped at with her. Okay. Remember, we stopped in November, and then we had some trolls come on the show, and the trolls wanted to just, start all kind of trouble. So that slowed us down. So that's where we stopped at. We stopped with those two because we couldn't get any further and we couldn't get to the happy companion. We also talked about how we analyzed the partnership, that, this was really just her giving them, like we said, those 5 lights, not doing what she said she was going to do. We talked about how she told the people, the repat community, one price. Remember, she told us it was a certain price, but when you converted the dollar to Dalasi, she was really overcharging you. She was overcharging the people by $5. It was on average by $5. So we proved that she was overcharging. Okay. So that's where we stopped at with those two. And then we talked about why it was important to have a nonprofit license. And we talked about that there are 37 states that require that before you solicit funds from their citizens, they require that you are licensed, that you are licensed and that you're registered in their state to solicit funds. We know that Dusty has not done either because she told us herself, but we knew that. And that confession came again after I told her I'm going to file a complaint with the IRS for her operating as a nonprofit without a license and not revealing that to people prior to taking donations. Because people, you cannot do that. Well, I'm sorry. Here I go again. I shouldn't say you cannot do that. I shouldn't say that. I should say it is not wise to do that. Because if you tell, the rules of the IRS state that if you decide you want to be a charitable organization, you do not have to get a license from the nonprofit. You don't have to be a licensed nonprofit, but you do have to let people know that prior to soliciting funds from those people. That was not done. Okay. And prior to that, you have to register. So none of that was done. So we know that. So what we're going to do with her, we're just going to get the facts, continue to prove the facts, to continue to prove what we've already known. With Phoenix, we're going to continue to go with this Made in Africa project. Now I noticed today she's talking about she need a space. She need a bigger space. You know, I didn't really have a chance to really analyze it because I was kind of busy. But I'm like, you need another space, and how she's in desperate need of supplies. But before we do that, okay, what I just told you, does anybody have any questions about anything that we just talked about? Because I got some stuff I need to read you guys. Okay, let me go back. So we don't have any comments, no? Okay, so look, I got this message today. And I want you to listen to this. And I want you to tell me. So people say, this is no big deal. This is not anything you should be concerned about. This is not anything we should be concerned about. We should just move on. You're just bringing up negativity. You should just let it go, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I want you to listen to this. Listen to this message I received. And the person deleted it. Because see, you know what? A lot of times people will make comments and they'll delete the comments because they get trolled. Frankly, they'll get trolled also. So they don't want to get trolled. So they just will delete the comment, but I can still see the comment. So some people just delete it, but they know I can still see it. So listen to this comment, which was left on the video about the seeds. Remember the seeds video I just talked about? You guys just turned me on to. Remember we were talking about that? And you guys reminded me. And I was thinking the same thing, but I'm like, maybe it's just me. I'm like, seeds, okay, whatever. I'm still not realizing the big deal behind the seeds. But actually, it is a big deal because that was a friend and that's theft. So listen to this, you guys. It says, yes, Phoenix Rain is a top-notch bum. Like, gross. I know her personally. I stayed in the Gambia for 6 months. She is jealous-hearted. She is a jealous-hearted bum who can't even afford cab rides. Not to mention, she stinks and never wears deodorant. I could go on. Listen to that. Think about that. Think about what I just read to you guys. This is a comment about a grown woman who comes on YouTube, considers herself a leader in the Repat community, considers herself a leader in the Gambia, in the education community, when it comes to becoming a seamstress, when it comes to be anything in the textile industry, because she does it all. Now, somebody says they know this person personally. They stayed with her. Well, she didn't say stayed with her. She said she stayed in the Gambia. And she said for 6 months. That's a long time to study somebody. She's jealous-hearted. Didn't we say that? Didn't we say that? When she realized she couldn't be with Kwasi, what did she do? She decided, I'm going to take him down. I'm going to destroy him. Remember that? If she can't come up off you, if she can't get something from you, if she feels like she can't compete with you, she's going to go on a mission to try to destroy you. Now, this is what this person is saying, who says, I know her personally. She said this woman is so broke. She's such a bum that she can't even afford cab rides in the Gambia. But now she's running a nonprofit. She's running a nonprofit. She's taking donations. This Made in Africa, what is this? It can't be for business because you're taking donations. What is she doing? So this leader of this nonprofit, this leader from America, has a reputation of having body odor, a grown woman with body odor, but I knew they was dusty, y'all. I could look at them and tell. I could look at them and tell. I've been to Africa several times. I don't even know how many times, okay? You know, taking a bath in Africa is difficult. It's not like here. We can take baths here very easily. It's very easy for us to take a bath here. Very easy. You know, but in Africa, sometimes it's kind of difficult. I'm sorry, I shook the camera. Sometimes it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to take a bath. You know, you got to be purposeful about being clean in Africa. Okay. You got to be purposeful about that. And lazy people, they're not going to do that. They're not going to be purposeful about taking a bath. But I could tell by the way they looked. I could tell by the way they carried themselves. I can tell by the way they dressed that they were not taking baths. I could tell that. Blair, I could tell that. I'm trying to get my son's attention again. I could tell that. I could tell they were not taking baths. I could tell that. I could tell they didn't have good personal hygiene. Why do you think I called them dusty? Check the note out on the floor. Why do you think I called them dusty? Yeah, and then for somebody to come on here and say all of that, that's embarrassing. And we're not supposed to be concerned about that. To say this woman has body odor, she doesn't wear deodorant. You know why? Because deodorant is expensive in Africa. That stuff is expensive over there. So I guess she said, well, you know, everybody else walking around got smelling. I guess I smell too. Because see, that's what they start thinking. Everybody else don't take, and that's not true. That is not true. That is so far from the truth. If you're dirty, honey, that's because you want to be dirty. To think Africa's a dirty place, so I'm just going to be dirty. Africa's a dusty place, I'm just going to be dusty. I don't know about that. Hold on, let me come on. I got a comment, y'all. Let me go see the comments. Okay, so. Way back when says, way back when says, I know Kwasi personally. He stinks and he uses drugs. Everyone talks about how Kwasi smells. Okay, so let me show y'all how I'm a trained researcher and how a trained researcher would handle this comment. So if this was factual, I would first, like I told you, I just told you way back when, that before I even read that comment about Phoenix, you all know I've been calling them dusty and dirty, and that they had little access to running water. You all know how long I've been saying that, and how they look like they don't take baths. I'm serious. You all know how long I've been saying that, okay? I've been saying this for a long time, okay? So then I see someone come on here and say that, okay? But they delete it. They don't want anybody to see it. They don't want anybody to see it but me, okay? So if this was person just trolling them and just trying to give me false information, they would leave it on there like you did. They would come on, this person would have came on the live. This person would have came on just like you did. Because the person who wants to give off false, misleading information, they want it to be seen. They want it to be heard. They want my attention because they know that's what I'm doing. The comments previous to the research, they didn't know I was going to do that. They made them comments having no knowledge I was going to ever come and research them. So that makes their comments valid and credible. That makes your comments kind of biased and kind of trolling. I heard that Kwasi was that uncurable sexually transmitted disease. Okay, I think I'm going to have to block you. Okay? I'm sorry, but I think I might have to do that. But if you don't say anything else, no, I think I'm gonna block you because you said some pretty bad things, and I don't like that. And this stuff is gonna stay up here if I don't block you. And you know what? I can't block you from here. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Yeah, that had to go because you know what? That's a troll. If y'all seen those comments, if y'all seen those comments, yeah, I'm sure that was somebody from Big Pimp and Happy Companions camp because that's what they do. They is the troll. They are the trolls of the trolls. Now, how would you know what this man have going on? Have you slept with him? How would you know that? And if that was actual and factual, or even if that was the gossip on the street, don't you think I would have heard that by now? I've heard everything else. I've heard everything else. You don't think I would have heard that? I'm a little bit smarter than that, sir. I don't chase rumors. Yeah, this was a sir. This was a sir. Hmm. I got that feeling, y'all. This was a sir. Sir, I don't chase rumors and I don't chase gossip. I told you I'm a trained researcher. Okay. And a trained researcher would spot you right away. I don't chase information. I don't chase God. You don't realize how many times people write me and want me to give me information and want me to go chase this information because it's just gossip, because it's the latest thing out there. Oh, it's going to get you more clicks. It's going to get you more views. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. How many times do y'all hear me say, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video? Now, don't get me wrong. When you subscribe, thank you. I appreciate it. And I love when you comment because I love the interaction. I love talking to you guys. But I don't do these. I don't do this for that reason. I do this because I want to share information with my community. That's why I do this. I want to keep my community informed because that's the problem amongst Black people. We are very misinformed. Okay. So are we finished with Big Pimp and Happy Companions trolls tonight? I'm going to change the title of this live when we're finished to how the Big Pimpin' Happy Companion is overcharging and exploiting the repat community. Because this is going to be all about you, Big Pimpin'. So send your trolls. We already had the first one for tonight, y'all. So, okay, we're getting back to how this dirty girl, this dirty, dirty, dirty broad, which we already knew this. We knew this. And this is another problem. Because this is how she's representing us. And this could never be okay. Never be okay. I know it's hot in Africa. I've been there several times. But nobody will ever tell you Kiki Loves Nigeria stinks. Nobody will ever tell you that she's dirty. Nobody will ever tell you that. They'll tell you that woman takes a bath twice a day, no matter what, sometimes 3 times a day. No matter what, nothing's going to stop her. No, because it doesn't. Nothing will stop her. No, it doesn't. In hot water, okay? And if I got to make the hot water myself, make it hot myself, I'm going to make it hot. I knew it. I knew it. But see, that's where we go to. Now we're going to go to our key terms. If we don't have any more trolls, now we're going to go to our key terms. That was another thing, okay, I wanted to talk to y'all about was her. That message I got. I was just so disturbed by that. That was just sad. That was just really, really sad. So then another thing, a message I got, I wanted to comment on tonight was about Blacksit. Someone, it was a really nice gentleman, I believe it was a man. He wanted me to do some research on Blacksit. And this isn't the first person who wanted me to research Blacksit, where the Blacksit are scammers, okay, land scammers. Well, first, I feel like there's a lot of people out there doing research on Blacksit, whether they're land scammers or not. So I don't really think I can contribute anything more to what they've already done, okay? Secondly, for me to really research someone, I have to feel passionate about the issue because it takes a long time. and you got to absorb lots and lots of information, and you got to read lots and lots of comments, okay? And if you're not passionate about this issue, it becomes draining to your soul. So I'm not really passionate about Black Sid and what's going on with them. You know, I don't really. I know what was been said, but to say I'm knowledgeable about them, no, I'm not. So I won't be doing anything about Black Sid. Only thing I would be interested in doing anything about Black Sid is finding out how Black Sid defamed Kwasi Boyd's reputation in the Gambia, because I believe they played a major role in that. And I'd be interested in seeing how their organization, more than them, this organization called COAD, played this role. So if anything, I'd be interested in looking at that. But again, I have to see, where can I get the information from? If anybody knows, please let me know. If anybody can get like their records or their meeting notes or anything like that, anything actual and factual, let me know, because that would be interesting. But everything else, I'm not saying it's not interesting. I'm just saying that, it's been done. And research, I like to contribute to the body of knowledge. That's how I was trained as a researcher. You're going to contribute something new. You're not going to just, beat a dead horse. You're not going to do something easy. You're going to always try to do something that's never been done before. Okay, so that answers the question about Blackfoot. So now we're on to Big Pimpin, the Happy Companion. Tonight we're going to talk about how Big Pimpin, the Happy Companion, has been exploiting and overcharging the repat community since he started his businesses in the Gambia. Since he opened his doors, he's been exploiting and overcharging the repat community. He even says in his videos, again, I'll prove it. I'll give you the receipts. This is going to be, Big Pimpin is going to take me, he's going to be two. He's going to be two. We're going to do two stories on him. We're going to do 2 lives on him. And in between time, I'm going to make videos to show you what I'm talking about. Yes, so Big Pimpin. Big Pimpin. We're going to talk about first reputation. Okay, these are key terms. We always start off. What are key terms for our research? Reputation. Reputation are the beliefs and the opinions that are generally held about someone or something. Big Pimpin. It's not what you think about yourself. Okay, sweetie? Okay, sweetie? It's not what you think. It's what others think about you. It's what others say about you. That's your reputation. It's a widespread belief about you. Okay? So Big Pimpin's reputation through the first study, again, was not very good. He had a reputation as an exploiter. So we're going to go through that. His character, remember, we define character, the key term character, as the mental and moral qualities that make everybody the individual that they are. Okay? Mental and moral qualities. And where you see this is when people's actions, their actions. That tells you their mental and their moral qualities that make them special and make them who they are. Okay? And what have we seen from Big Pimpin? We've seen he's ran to the Gambia. We've seen he causes discord amongst the African American community. We see he puts down his own people. We see he talks about the non-melanated people, but then he watches the non-melanated people. He tries to get us to dislike the non-melanated people while he studies the non-melanated people, and he wants to become the non-melanated people. Case in point, Drew Binsky. Why is the Big Pimpin' Happy Companion quoting Drew Binsky, watching Drew Binsky, when he's telling us, the repat community, that the non-melanated people are the ones that's causing all the problems in our communities? I'm confused. I'm so confused. And when he calls himself a two-bob because of the color of his skin, he thinks he's light skinned. He thinks he's white. He said in the Gambia they call him two-bob because of his skin. There's something's wrong with this man, people. They call you two-bob because your accent, sir. Your accent. Your accent lets them know you come from the white man land. They call America, Europe, the white man land. That's all white people to them. It's not your skin color, sir. But you want to be white. That's why you secretly admire them. And then you try to turn us against them. You constantly create like that video he did with the white people on there. For what? What was that about? What did that have to do with anything? You should have had a picture of yourself on there and your trolls. This man, we know this man trolls me. This is his character, people. He sends trolls to my channel. He trolls me. This is his character in the Gambia on YouTube. He controls the comments. He deletes them. He has his little pets. His little pets. The trolls that come on here, those are his pets, and they're on his channel. That's how I know they're his trolls, because I watch his channel. I'm not, I don't know what these people think. I don't know if y'all think I'm playing or what. When I say I'm real about this, this is what I do. This is what I do. So I said it, I study this man, and I study his people. I study his trolls, his moderators, and then they come over here, act like they part of our community when they out here trolling. They out here trolling so they can go back and tell daddy what they want, what they found out, so we can give them some good loving and make them feel good. Okay? So the 6 pillars of character. Does the happy companion have any of these? Is he trustworthy? No, the research said no. Is he respectful? The research said no, because the research said he goes to the orphanage to pick up young girls. The research said that his wives are young, that he has 2 wives and they're young. The research said that he exploits the polygamy, the freedom of polygamy in the Gambia. He exploits that. The research said he exploits the Gambia, period, in every way he can. This man is an exploiter and an overcharger in every way he can. Is this man responsible? Is he responsible? He's responsible to himself. He's responsible to himself, but he's responsible to our community. No, he's not responsible to our community. He's not. He hasn't held up responsibility to our community, because if he did, he wouldn't exploit us. He wouldn't overcharge you for everything he does for you. There wouldn't be a charge for everything. Is this man a good citizen of the African American community? According to the research, no, he is not. According to the research, Big Pimpin is not. He is not. He is not a good citizen in our community, not by any means. Not by any means. Now, do we have any comments so far? So let me go back to these key terms. We got some we need to understand. So when we speak of overcharge for this study, we're saying that overcharge is when you charge someone too high for a price of goods and service. Like Big Pimpin charges you $25 to take you to the city market, which is the Serakunda market. He charges you $25 to do that, which is an overcharge. It should be $5 to go to Serakunda market. That's what he does. Every tour is an overcharge. Every tour is an overcharge. Okay? That's how you know it's an overcharge. If it meets that definition, then I consider it an overcharge, okay? So that's how I define overcharge. Now, how do I define exploitation? Because he was not only exploiting the repat community, he was overcharged. That's the thing, y'all. They're not only exploiting us, they're overcharging us, okay? So this is how they're exploiting us. They're exploiting us, the actions of making use of and benefiting from our resources. Okay? They're benefiting from our resources. So what that means is these people know these repats in the United States have money. Okay? They have money. So what we need to do, I need to get their money. I need to get access to their money. So I need to create some kind of system, some kind of opportunity where I can get their money. Because the definition is I want to make use and benefit from their resource. And that's exactly what's going on. Because according to him, he has 4 businesses. He owns land. And what else did he say he did? We're going to go back to that. I'm going to read it to you. And then this man says he practices group economics. Okay, because he's exploiting the Gambian people. Because he has dollars. So he can open up businesses quickly over there with his dollars, okay? This is how he's exploiting them. He's exploiting that opportunity to open up those businesses. And when he opens up those businesses, what he does to those Gambian people is he effectively shuts them down economically, okay, when it comes to the dollars. When it comes to the African American dollar, because the African American is going to go to that African American. You can't tell me if there's a Gambian shop and if there's an African American shop, who do you think is going to, and it's an African American and he's standing in the middle of the street. He's standing in the middle of the street. He looking over here, he see the Gambian shop. He looking over here, he see the African American shop. He know that's Big Pimpin' Happy Companion because he's seen Big Pimpin' Happy Companion on YouTube talking about his shop and how he's down for the people and how he's a pious Muslim. Now tell me who you think he gonna go to. Who you think he gonna go to? He's gonna go to the Happy Companion, Big Pimpin', and he's gonna be overcharged and exploited for his resources. That's how it goes down. And he's saying this is group economics because he's opening up a business to compete with them. That's not group economics. That's called capitalism. But he don't know. He don't know. Because this is group economics when a collective group pools their money together to benefit a common interest. How is he pulled? You people tell me, you trolls, you Big Pimpin' Happy Companion trolls, how is he pulling his money together with these Gambian tour guides when he's getting the Americans who's coming there to take his tours and the UK people who are coming there to take his tours? Because he has several friends in the UK. That's who he was kicking it with for a long time. He don't mess with African Americans like that. For real. Because he don't like us. Because he insecure around us. Because he know we recognize this dude as a lame. We recognize this, okay? African Americans, gang recognize gang. We can look at him and sum him up just like that. That's why he don't want to be around us. That's why he want to be around somebody who don't recognize who he is and what he's about. Point blank, period. This is not collective economics. When I open up a business that compete with you, I am not practicing collective. I am not practicing collective economics. I am not practicing group economics. I am not pulling my money together. I am practicing capitalism. And I'm trying to cut you out the deal. That's what I'm doing. And he does it with a smile. He tells you with a smile. So again, who is this man? He's oh, let me go back. I'm going to read to you what he said. This is what he's done, and this is what we analyzing. Oh, we got a question. So Gambian Thing says, if he finds someone to pay it, it's not overcharging. Prices are set by what the market will bear. Okay, well, according to Webster's Dictionary, no, this is Oxford Languages, okay? Every word, Gambian thieves, has a definition. Every word that we use means something. It means something. We're not talking about how it works in the economy. We're talking about the meaning of the word. And the meaning of the word says that you put too much. Okay, wait a minute. I got to put my glasses on. I can't see this one. I'm sorry. That you charge someone too high a price for goods and services. Okay? Because we got to define words. We can't just throw words around, because overcharge to you means something about the economic system. That's why we have key terms. Because according to my study, I'm going with the universal belief, universal definition, according to Oxford Languages, of what overcharge means. Now, whether you find that okay, that's up to you. But the economic system that finds that practice okay is called capitalism. It is not called group economics. It is not called that. So that's a lie. So prices are set by what the market will bear. In capitalism, yes, it is, but not in group economics. Okay? Not in group economics. But thank you. And I'm glad to see your comment. I haven't seen you in a couple of shows, so it's good to see you're back. Okay, so let's see. Let's finish. I was reading. I'm sorry. Does anybody have any more comments? Any more comments? Any more questions about that? What we just said about overcharging and the difference. Okay, so if we're capitalism, that's what we do. We exploit. The nature of capitalism is to exploit people. That's fine. But don't tell me you practicing group economics when you really practicing capitalism. Because he's a liar. This is a liar. This is big pimping. This is big pimping. And that's what he's been doing. Big pimping off the people. Pimping the people. That's what he does. Pimp the people. Okay, any more questions or comments about big pimping and how he pimping? Because that's why I call him big pimping, because he's the master at this. He is the master of telling you, oh, I'm practicing group economics. And then he tells you in his video, oh, but I had to raise the prices of the tours because I wasn't making a profit. And I needed to make a profit. What? Where in group economics did it say about making a profit? Let's go back to that. Where? It says when a collective group pools their money together to benefit a common interest. That's not what he does. That's not what he does. But he tells the people, he tells the Repat community, he tells us every day, all day, that's what he's doing when he's really exploiting the people, overcharging the people, practicing capitalism at its finest, smelling in your face while I'm robbing you from all your little money, all your little coins, because you got a passion and you want to go to Africa and you want to reconnect with Africa and you want to be all you can be in Africa and you trusting the pious Muslim. Y'all don't see this scam, but if he was in the United States, y'all would see this scam. If he was in the United States, y'all would see this scam for what it was and what it is. But, because we in Africa, it's a whole different rules to the game. It's all different. It's all different because we in Africa. Because he in Africa, he got to be telling the truth, y'all. He got to be telling the truth. Do y'all know the people who be the biggest liars that I ran into in all of my travels and in all my studies were the people who talked about Africa. Why do you think I don't belong to some type of African community? African American repat community, some organization that's really doing things over there. Because I don't, these people are usually scammers. These people are usually liars. These people are usually narcissists. Africa has this this spirit over her. And it's an come exploit me spirit. And that's what they do. That's what people do. She draws people who want to exploit her to her. And I'm not quite sure why. I'm not quite sure what it is about Africa. I'm not quite sure how that exploitation spirit got over Africa like that, West Africa like that, but it's there and it just hovers. And I don't know, I don't know. I don't know the history behind that, but I know that's true because she draws people to her that want to exploit her. They want to exploit her. They want to take from her to satisfy themselves. Look at the repats over there. What are they doing? They're just building houses. I'm so tired of seeing them building houses. I'm so tired of seeing them building walls. I'm so tired of seeing them building this, that, and a third. I'm so tired of it. And I said, oh, so this is what y'all go to do. You can't afford this. You could not afford this land in the United States. You could not afford this house in the United States. So you go to the Gambia to do it there. And then you put it on YouTube like you really taking a chance when all you heard, the Gambia is cheap. But not, now, y'all, look, it's coming out. Now they all talking about, oh, how expensive it is. That's all you hear now. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, it's expensive. But y'all they wasn't telling us that at first, was they, y'all? No, they wasn't telling us that at first. Y'all must have slowed down on the donations. So let's get back to Big Pimpin'. So he says, let me read what he says so we can read how he defines himself, okay? So I won't take words out this man's mouth. So we're going to analyze what he says. He says, hey, THC, Big Pimpin' fam. No, I said that. Late next month will be a year in the Gambia. It's been a blessed year thus far. I just want to thank all for prayers while you follow me on this journey. Some things that I have humbly accomplished thus far. Now let's stop right there. If I'm a humbly accomplished person, I'm not going to go on YouTube and list my accomplishments. You guys can see a few of my accomplishments behind me. This is only a few. Not one time have you seen a list of my accomplishments and then say I'm humble? No, I'm humble. That's why I don't list them. I'm humble. That's why I don't have to put them for public display on YouTube. Because I'm humble. I'm a very humble person. So this is what he calls humility. I'm going to list everything I've done in this 1 year that I've been in the Gambia to let you know what Big Pimpin' has accomplished, what you too can do if you follow Big Pimpin's cheap shoes. Okay, so let's go. He says, this is what he's done. He completed his hijra, and please forgive me if I mispronounce these words, which is a migration to a Muslim country. He married his Gambian queen, but we've heard this is more like a princess, and we heard it was 2 princesses, or more than that. We didn't hear no queen. A queen is a grown woman. We didn't hear queen. We heard princess. He's building his house. and he's helping promote the Islamic school for the children to grow. He so the children can grow morally and spiritually into strong adults. Thank you all for what you've donated. He says, I'm the owner of 4 businesses so far, and I'm working with and employing our Gambian brothers and sisters. So does that sound like group economics? Also, helping them out with their own. He threw that in at the end because he knows. He know. He know I done told y'all. He's an exploiter. Where is group economics in there? Tell me, trolls. Tell me, trolls. I'll wait. Tell me, have big pimpin' happy companions, people. The trolls in our community. The lost souls in our community. The people who still believe in someone other than themselves. Come on, tell me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Please. Come on, give me a comment, please. A humble person, he got 4 businesses. Let's break that down real quick. But we're going to break it down in more detail. This is just the introduction to how Big Pimpin' is overcharging and exploiting the Repat community. Since his people want to troll me, they don't know I was the one who beat up the bully. I loved when the bully would come for me because I was David in the Bible who slew Goliath. Okay? If you don't know about him, Google that also. So let's finish. 4 businesses. But this is group economics. He owns 4 businesses off a retirement pension. Off a retirement pension. But he owns 4 businesses and he has a house. He's building a house. He got 4 businesses and he's building a house off a retirement income. Off a retirement income from the military. As high as things are in the Gambia, you pay for electricity. You pay for internet. You pay for your phone. It is not like ours. It's not unlimited nothing. Unlimited nothing. And all this money that he's spending, he says, comes from this retirement check. It comes from your donations. Okay, places and spaces. I'm glad you're here. I look for you. See, some of y'all look for every week, like Gambian Thieves. I don't know where you been. Where you been, Gambian Thieves? What are the 4? You said, what are the 4 businesses? Man, from what, I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I don't know. Gambian Thieves, for what I found out, he up. This is the 4 thieves. The 4 thieves. The 4 businesses that I could come up with. The seamstress company, where he makes your clothes. The touring company, where he takes you on tour, where he does consulting. And the 4th one, I don't know what that is, but I have to still go through his videos. See, I got to go through his things. I don't know. I don't know what's up with the consulting company also, because I remember he announced he had a consulting company, but I never seen anything else about it. I seen maybe one video he talked about it, but I don't know if, I'm sure he's still doing it. I'm sure, but I'm going to go, back onto his web. Even on his web page, he really doesn't list everything that he does. Well, that's because he doesn't do all of this. He's just making himself bigger than what he is because he's a narcissist, in my opinion, and that's what narcissists do. Because I can't diagnose anyone, but I can tell you what I think in my professional opinion, that this man is a narc, a real narc. Okay, a real narc, because this is not humble. A pious Muslim is very quiet. A man that is a pious Muslim, he would never come on YouTube and toot his own horn. He would never come on here and say, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done, never, never, never. That's so against Islam. So against Islam. But you guys believe this is a pious Muslim and you want to come and troll me. Okay, let me go back and see this other comment. He probably has income from his investments. He's middle-aged. Well, he doesn't say. He doesn't say that. So we can't assume that. We can't assume that he has income from investments unless he says that. But he does say, we do know he has his businesses. We do know that. We do know that he has a cash app that you all send money to. We do know that. So we don't have to assume that he's getting money from these businesses. We don't have to assume that he's getting money from Cash App. We don't have to assume any of that. We clearly see that. We clearly hear him say that. We clearly see the prices for that. Clearly. And when I hear him brag about his money, and how he doesn't need Cash App, he doesn't need donations, he doesn't need money from his viewers, but he charges you a membership to even comment on his channel. Did you know that? I'm going to go into detail probably next week when we do part 2 on him about his channel, how there's a fee for every single thing. And he has the nerve to have a Patreon that he doesn't even upload videos to on a regular basis, but he has the nerve to charge you a membership. And you think this is a pious Muslim. Y'all think he's a pious Muslim. And y'all want to say I'm a troublemaker and I'm just picking on him. I don't have nothing better to do. Okay. Well, hey, I play with toys. Let's see. She says, I hope this will replay because I just got here. Yeah, it will. All of it. Yeah. Yep, this is just unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Hey, I'm glad you're here. This is just unbelievable. This man tell you to your face what he doing. Do you know his income can't support all this? You know he can't. And this is not, no, like I said, this is not the voice of a pious Muslim. So let's go to this group economics. So he says he's working with and employing our Gambian brothers and sisters. Where is that group economics? That's capitalism. That's not how group economics works. So Gambian Thief says he probably donates all of that money to the Islam school. He donates, then where is he getting money from to run these businesses? See, follow the money. When we follow the money, it's not enough money to follow. It's not enough money to filter into these businesses and employ all these people and get all these supplies and make it functional. It's not enough money to have this house. It's not enough money to have this land. When this one money he talks about is this retirement check. And it's going to six different sources. Six different places this retirement money is going to. No, you would surely be audited by the IRS, buddy. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make economic sense. How are you doing all this? Unless you're making money, you're taking your donations, you're taking money, crowdfunding on Cash App, that money, and you're supporting yourself with that. When you say you're not, but you are being supported by the YouTube community. Because there's no way you could do all of this with just your little retirement income. It is no way. Not as people. If you don't understand Africa, you gotta understand. You can't understand it unless you've been there. For one, no matter what we say, you got to go there and experience. But one thing I want you to know: there's nothing free in Africa. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. Not the stuff we need. The basic necessities we need, you got to pay for that. And that stuff is so expensive. And he's got a wife, food, personal hygiene items. I hope he's using them. I hope he ain't walking around stinking like Phoenix. Oh, God. Right. I play with toy says, oh, let me drink some water. You got to watch the ones that cry racism, yeah, at every job. Not saying there isn't racism in the workplace, but I bet he was probably driving people crazy. He was. And you know, he said that in every job. He said that followed him everywhere he went, at every job he went to. That's just ridiculous. But he calls himself white. He said that's why they call him Tubob in the Gambia, because he looks white, but he thinks he looks white. This man has a mental problem, in my opinion. In my opinion. And they were tired of it, not because of his religion, because of his antics. Excuse me. Yes. Yes. Exactly. I guarantee you that's what happened. I've seen it before. You really must go. Exactly, make places and spaces. You really must go to Africa to understand what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, how they overcharge you for every single thing. Every single, no, I'm sorry, not overcharge you, but charge you. So you're paying, you even water, this water, because you can't drink that water, no matter what Phoenix was saying. I don't know how they're drinking just water in the Gambia, because I can't. I can't drink water in Africa, period. I cannot. I cannot drink water in Africa. I wish I could show y'all comments. When I get my new computer, I'll be able to get y'all comments back up there. Yeah, Miss James, yeah, Miss Jones, I'm serious. This is really serious. You know, because I play with toys. You wasn't on here when I read that comment about this woman saying that Phoenix Rain doesn't take baths and that she stinks. Can you believe that? All of this, and on top of all of that, somebody wrote a comment, deleted it because they didn't want her to see it because they said they know her personally, and was talking about how stinky she was and how she don't use deodorant and how she doesn't have money for a cab. Yeah. On top of all of this. Yes, you should have heard. You should have heard the comment. You got to go back to the beginning when we get off, because it was sad. It was. I didn't even know what to say after I read it. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't even know what to say because I was so embarrassed and ashamed. Embarrassed and ashamed. But I knew, I could tell by the way they look. They don't look clean. You can tell when somebody's clean and when somebody's not. That's why they're called the Dusty Divas. Anyway. So, getting back to this man, the happy companion, the big pimpin'. Okay, I'm sorry. We got another comment. Keep y'all comments coming. If y'all want to comment, let me know. Just comment. PR was broke when she left. Yeah, she was. Phoenix Rain was broke when she left the U.S. So you know she is broke in the motherland, and that's what I'm telling y'all. That's what I'm telling y'all. If you broke it in a joke here, oh my God. Whew. You know how hard it's going to be in Africa for you? Do you have any clue? Do you have any clue? You don't even know. You don't even, there's no jobs for you there. Like here, okay, we don't have a job. Okay, we can go hustle up. I'm going to get me a job. I can hustle up, do whatever. You're not going to do that there. There's no job to hustle up on. So what they hustling up on? Us, the repats. Let's hustle up on them repats. Let's hustle up on some money on them. Because dollars have a higher exchange rate. Let's make the repat community our hustle. He got a nice car. Y'all see his car he ride around in? That stuff is expensive. And it ain't no loan like here, y'all. It ain't no car loan. No, you paying cash for that stuff. Okay. People, Kiki. Oh, okay. Kiki, people can say anything, just like when someone said Kwasi has a sexually transmitted disease. Exactly. Remember, I talked about that. I talked about how a trained researcher will be able to spot stuff like you can spot when somebody's just saying anything and when somebody's for real. Because trust me, Gambian thieves, people write me and people comment that say anything. They're just saying anything because they think, oh, she's just going to follow anything that's in the comment section. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to just follow anything. You can tell what's real and what's fake. You can tell a lie when you hear a lie. You know a troll when you hear a troll. You know when something's like that whole thing he said, that if that was the case, he has 4 wives. The girl, Lisa's not even married to him anymore. Why didn't she tell us that? She did this big expose with her and Dusty travel with Tay Tay. Why wouldn't she tell us that? And why did this all come out right after I revealed this stuff about Dusty Phoenix smelling and being stinky? Why did it come out then? If it was actual and factual, it would have been on the table before I put it on the table about the Dusty Diva Phoenix, dirty, stinky Phoenix reign. It wouldn't have came out after that. It doesn't make factual sense. That's not how facts occur. That's how lies and opinions occur, but not facts. Facts don't do that. Let's see. How do you know he doesn't at Gambian Thieves? We don't know. We don't know. That was the whole thing. We don't know. But oh, see, you missed that too. I play with toys. Okay, let us back up. The guy, somebody came on here after I didn't even say it. I read the comment. Let me go read the comment again since you're here. Let me go read it one more time. So you'll know what we're talking about. Because this is important. Because this person who made all those comments, those lies about Kwasi was a liar. That's a liar. That's a troll account. If I click on that account when I finish, I guarantee you that account was just created either today or recently just to troll Kiki Loves Nigeria because they feel like, oh, I'm not taking up for nobody. I don't have no reason to take up for him. He doesn't pay me. I don't know him. He's just a black man in the community that I saw that was being done wrong. I'll do that for anybody. I do that for a woman, child, dog, anybody, cat, dog, anybody I see doing wrong. Anybody I see being done wrong, and if I can jump in that fight and help them in their fight, I'm going to jump in and help. I told y'all my background, we're warriors, honey. We always looking for a fight to jump into, especially a just cause fight. Oh, yeah, I'm going to jump in that one. If we fighting for a cause, yeah, I'm in that fight. Okay, let me read this comment about the stinky girl. This person says, yes, I'm not going to read the name because she might have didn't want us to know because the comment is not there anymore. Yes, Phoenix Rain is a top-notch bum, like gross. I know her personally. I stayed in the Gambia for 6 months. She is a jealous-hearted bum. Her actions told us she was jealous-hearted. Her actions told us she was a bum who can't even afford a cab ride. Not to mention she stinks and never wears deodorant. I could go on. So that's what we're talking about. I play with toys. Okay? That's the comment that we're talking about. And right after that, this person comes on and says all these crazy things about Kiki. I'm sorry, about Kwasi. So Gambian Thief says, I don't know. Kiki seems to accept the comment that Phoenix smell, but not the one that Kwasi has a sexual disease. Because I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, y'all. I can't just accept. You can't just accept what everything people say is truth. You gotta have the comments gotta have some weight. Okay. I'm sorry. You can't just now look how the comment came out. Yeah, look how it came out. It came out right after I said, right after I read that comment, then this person comes up with that comment. Okay. Now, if that was the case, all these 2 months we've been researching this, that would have came out, especially the sexually transmitted diseases. That stuff would have came out, especially when we was talking about the story came out about the girls at the orphanage. That came out. That came out. So why wouldn't this come out if this was so truthful? If this had any weight to it, if it had any credibility, if it had anything other than I'm gonna troll Kiki Loves Nigeria because I think Kiki Loves Nigeria is friends with Kwasi Boyd and she takes up for him and blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna just go on there and say something about him. It was just that. Because if it was more than that, we would have known. You know how many lives Kwasi Boyd has done? You know how long they've been talking about this story for over a year. We're going into our 2nd year. That would have came up. Don't you guys think if that was an actual and factual statement, if those statements were actual and factual, would they had come up by now? Do you think someone would have mentioned him? Just like the lady mentioned it to Phoenix. I know those are things some people don't want to say. But when this woman found out, oh, there's somebody who's listening to this, let me say something. And then she deleted. She didn't want us to see it. She didn't come on my live and do it. She went on a video and then she deleted it. So you can't even see the comment. So it was done anonymously. This person was doing it for attention. He was supposed to be. Miss Jones says, I thought he was opening a security company for ex-military or something. Yeah, we're going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. That's why I told y'all he got a whole bunch of stuff. I got to take my time and go through it because it's a lot. Ex-military, whatever. Okay. So it's not that person was a troll. I'm telling you, that person was a troll. If you go look at that person's comment, oh, you can't even see it now. If you go look at their channel, I guarantee you it's a new channel. I'm sorry, Gambian Thieves. It's not that I don't want to believe it because I've read all you guys' comments about Kwasi. You know I have. I've read them. We've talked about them. I've even asked him things that you guys said about him that were difficult to ask, but I asked because I think you guys are credible. That person was not credible. That person was not credible at all. Not at all. They just wanted to show some attention. I'm telling you, they're from Big Pimpin's camp. That's one of his people. That's what they do. So, and then we said, okay, so is that group economics? This man said he practiced group economics. He don't practice no group economics. This is not group economics. This is capitalism. And you done all this in a year? Where's your big lump sums of money? Because to get this stuff done in Africa, cash is king in Africa. It's no credit. So what? You got to have big chunk lump sums of money. He's moving like Mr. Njai. Where you get these big lump sums of money? And all you got is your little retirement check from the military. And you got a wife. According to the comments, though, he got 2 wives, young princess wives. You got a house. What else you say? You got your land. You building on your land. You building your house on your land. You helping promote that Islamic school. And you own your foreign businesses. And at the end, he says, I'm helping them own their own. See, that's how you know it's not true. Because I'm going to throw that in at the end because he thinks that's what group economics is because none of this is group economics. None of this is group economics. This is capitalism. Trolls. This man is an exploiter. He is an exploiter of the people. All he's doing is what was done to us. All he's doing is what's always been done to Africa. I'm going to go over there and exploit with a smile on my face and tell them I'm helping. I'm going to go over there and talk about brotherhood. I'm going to go over there and talk about Islam. I'm going to go up over there and dress like a Muslim. Soon as he saw how the game was being played, because he didn't start off like that. He started off like a goofy person, like just a goofy person that's in the background. Just look at some of the old clips. I'm going to show you some of the old clips, just goofy. And then all of a sudden, it's like he realized, I need to change my game up so I can make some money. I need to get a game going on. I need to get a con going on. I'm in Africa. When I talk about Islam, I get a lot of views. This Muslim school, I know I'm going to become a pious Muslim. And that's what he did. And that's what he did. And y'all bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Y'all bought it. And now you're sending donations that he don't even claim that he's getting from y'all. Y'all supporting this man, feeding this grown, dusty man every day. He got faithful supporters. They paid a comment on this man's channel. Now, when did he arrive? He said he arrived a year ago. Okay, let me comment real quick about this Islamic school. Okay, people have asked me about the money for the Islamic school. Where was that money going? Okay, the Islamic school, you guys, from what I can see, the Islamic school money doesn't go to him. Okay, it goes directly to the director of the Islamic school. I don't see anywhere where he's like taking the Islamic school money. I see the director taking that money. He just seems like he's using his YouTube channel to help raise money for this Islamic school. That's what it looks like to me so far. Okay. So he's a YouTube content creator. He left that part out, that he gets supports by YouTube. He gets supported by you guys. He's retired from the military. He's from Long Beach, California. We all know that. And he arrived in the Gambia permanently in November of last year. And why are we need to know this? Why are we investigating Big Pimpin' the Happy Companion? Because he claims to be assisting the Repats in going back to the Gambia on their repat journey. He's not assisting us. He's exploiting us. He's exploiting us, and he's overcharging our passion. He's overcharging our passion to reconnect with our ancestors and to reconnect with Africa. And if you can't see that, people, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can do but continue to present you with the facts. That's all I'm going to do. Continue to present you with the facts. Because these three repats are the worst of the worst. Okay? Now, how he's repatting, what we're going to start with is the tours, okay? Then we're going to do the YouTube channel next week, okay? The other businesses, it's going to be hard for me to do the seamstress company. We can't really do that company because how are we going to know? We got to order something or we got to buy something and compare the prices. Or either I have to talk to someone who's, if you bought something from there, please contact me. If you want to share, I'd be glad to share. If you think you got a fair price for it, then please let me know. Please let me know. Okay? We can't do that. The consulting service, I haven't heard him talk anything else about that. I know some people have talked to him about the consulting service because I've seen them on the tours. Okay? So it seemed like the consulting service is somehow hooked up with these tours. We can't find information out about that. He has a book on Amazon. Oh my God, on something about a Muslim. I don't even know. He sells a book on Amazon. How are we going to find out, how much he makes on that? We don't really know. We don't know how many copies he sells. And on his Cash App, we don't know about that. See all these sources of income that he getting from y'all? Look at that. That's all from y'all. That's all from the repats. He sell that book, that little paperback book. He sell that on his videos. Who's buying that? The repats, because you got to read this book before you go to the Gambia, so you'll know how to act in the Gambian community, in a Muslim community. The repats. Who's going to a seamstress shop? The repats. Who's using his consulting firm? The repats. Who's cash happening for his crowdfunding to support his channel, the content on his channel? The repats. These aren't investments, Gambian thieves. These are us, the repats. That money's coming from us. Not me, though. I don't give them nothing. Yeah, that money coming from us, the repat community. You guys are supporting him. He bragging on what you guys are doing for y'all big papa, big pimping. He big pimping y'all like I never seen. I seen the Creflo. I'm not gonna say him. Lord, forgive me, Jesus. Oh, I haven't seen people pimping like this since they took down all those pastors. All those pastors, y'all remember the faith pastors, the claimant pastors, the faith pastors, and they took them all down. All those TV pastors that was on TV that was raising all that money. Guess who took them all down? The IRS took them all down, because you sit there and you brag and say, I got this money and I got that money and I got this and I got that. And the IRS just did what I just did. Well, where are you getting all this money from? You're not telling us about this money. Wait till you get more money than what you're letting us believe you're getting. And that's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. You guys are paying him well. Repat community is paying Big Pimpin well. Big Pimpin is doing well off the backs of the Repat community, because he pretends to be a pious Muslim. He pretends to help you when he's helping himself to your pockets. Okay, let's take some questions. Okay, hold on. Let me finish this thought. The Muslim school, again, the donations appear to be going to the director of the school, not him. But it seemed like I do remember him saying in a video not to send him money for the school, because when you send it through YouTube, they take like 20%, or they take a portion of the money. It seems like I remember that. But if I run across that while I'm doing this research, I will certainly write it down. But so far, it just seems like that money goes directly to the school. Okay? So let's look at these comments. It says, what's the name of the book, Kiki? I think, okay, if I'm right, you guys, I Play with Toys wants to know what's the name of the book. And I believe it's called How to Meet a Muslim, or How to Be Friends with a Muslim. I think it's something like that. How to Meet a Muslim, or How to Be Friends with a Muslim. Y'all tell us the name of the book if I don't have it right. Gambian Thieves and Scammers and Riffraff. That's funny. I just saw that. Hell no, not me, not a single one. Oh, you don't give them money either. Yeah, I know. I don't either. I don't do that. Places and Spaces says sooner or later, yes, the IRS may come knocking for a few of them. It could take you, and that's what they do. You see, and that's what I learned in school, that the government, the federal government, that we have nothing but time. That's what they used to tell us. We have nothing but time. We let you incriminate yourself. We let it pile up over the years and years, because the more time you have to incriminate yourself, the more evidence. Just like Dusty with Tay-Tay, Travel with Tay-Tay. Oh, I'm not in no hurry. Hurry for what? She keep making videos, giving me more ammunition. She letting it build up. But see, these are low-level players to the IRS. They don't really care about them. Not like that. Unless somebody tell them about them. Then they'll start caring. Somebody file a complaint or let the IRS know what they're doing. Because he can't be, I bet you he didn't report 4 businesses on his taxes. You think so? You think he reported, where's the income? Because you said you don't use your check to, no, you said you don't use your donations. The IRS only gives, Gambian Thieves and Scammers says the IRS only gives back 3 to 7 years. What you mean? They'll only go back 3 to 7 years? 3 to 7 years. I don't know. I thought it was longer than that. But I don't know. I don't know. I haven't checked. I haven't checked. Like I said in one of my videos, their laws change quickly. The federal government will change laws, and even the local government, they'll change laws quick, and you won't even know it. But they probably, I don't know how long. I don't know how far they go back. I haven't checked lately. Let's see. I Play with Toys says the 12-step. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's it. A 12-step guide to developing friendships with Muslims, a brief understanding of Muslim practices and Islam. Y'all know what this sounds like. I swear. Before we graduate from because you know he said he got a master's. Before you graduate from graduate school, you got to do some type of research. Your own. You can either do group research or you can do your own personal research. And that's what this sounds like to me. It sounds like he took his research and just basically turned it into a book. Because look at that title. Look at the cumbersome. That title is a cumbersome title. You're not going to sell books with that type of title. That looks like a textbook. That's what I think it is, y'all. Okay. The IRS also has a program offering rewards if you report someone and they're able to collect. Oh, I'm going to look that up. Are you serious? So the IRS has a reward program for reporting thieves and scammers. Well, we're going to go get this information and let this be known and share this. Because y'all need to start complaining about this. Especially victims. If you given them money and they didn't do what they said they were going to do, then you need to complain about this. You need to complain to the IRS. They cannot take your money and just be like, oh, well. Report it to your bank. Do you know how to do that? People think, oh, because I cashed after them, I can't do that. No, that's a lie, people. That's a lie. Let me tell you right here. I'm going to stop right here and tell you how to do it. So let me read this comment. Let's see. The IRA, okay, so Places and Spaces says, I know lots of Muslims. Right. I never read a guide. I just talked to them. Right. One-on-one, best. You know what I mean? Best friends is, yes, exactly. That's what I mean. Best friends is a no. Exactly. Exactly. That's how you get to know people. Not reading books. Because the book is usually wrong. Your book is usually full with stereotypes. You think you're going to know an African American by reading a book? You think they wrote about me in one of them books? No, they didn't. So let's see. Absolutely, Gambian Thief says, I Play with Toys says, here is one of his book reviews. Where? This book should be mandatory for every classroom across America's. Finally, an easy to read how to become friends with the Muslim and learning tool. Okay. So do y'all think that was one of his friends, or do y'all think that was just an anonymous person, or do y'all even think that was him? Because you know you can go on there and review your own things, because I've sold things on Amazon. Which one do you think? Because I find this hard to believe that somebody actually said this about his book. I really do. Just a random person? No. His patterns don't show that. Like I told you people, patterns in behavior. This doesn't sound like a learned person. He doesn't sound like an educated man. Because how I know he's not educated, because he still believes in racism. I'm not saying racism does not exist. Do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Because I know that people practice discrimination. I know that. I know that people believe stereotypes. I know that people are racist, especially against African American women. I know that. And I've grown up in America and I've grown up in a segregated city. So I've been very, very aware of discrimination and racism all my life. But I cannot sit here and say racism and discrimination held me down. I cannot say that. And I grew up in racist, segregated Dayton, Ohio. And Google it if you don't believe me. There's a bridge in my city. Black people on one side, white people on the other side. That's where I grew up. But a truly educated mind knows this is about me and my struggle, not about them. It's about me and my struggle. As long as I blame others for my lack of success, for my lack of trying, I'll be nothing more than a victim. And this man is nothing more than a victim. So it's really hard to believe that a victim created something that's mandatory reading for classrooms. Please make friends with a Muslim. You sound crazy. How do you make friends with a what makes Muslims so difficult to make friends with? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, he probably wrote that on his behalf. He probably wrote it himself. Right, exactly. I'm laughing at it too, Anonymous. And they said in America, I play with toys said, that said in America, not even Long Beach, America, y'all. See? America. It doesn't even say where, America. Okay. Right. Because that's what I'm saying. This man is just trash. It sounds like a self-review. It is. I agree too. Because you can write reviews if you don't know it. You can write your own reviews. So let me tell y'all how to get y'all money back. Reports. Scams. Like that. I'm going to look this up. Okay. So this is what you do. If you cash out these people any money and they did not do what you thought they were going to do, they did not do what they said they were going to do according to your understanding. They did not fulfill the obligation according to your understanding. Then all you need to do is contact your bank and tell your bank you gave them that money under fraudulent pretenses. And then you tell them what happened. They're going to say, what happened? You tell them they told me they were going to build whatever. It was going to go towards something else. And they didn't use it for that. With Phoenix, Dusty Phoenix, with the Made in Africa project from last year. But you got to do it like in 90 days. But I don't know with theft. I don't know if there's a timeline on theft. But I know at my bank, it's 90 days. Okay? You got to do it within 90 days. And fraud is the same as theft. Okay? Fraud is the same as theft. So if somebody promises you something and that's not what you get, and you use Cash App, that's fraud. Okay? So the Made in Africa, she was supposed to have this school up, I don't know how long. She was supposed to do something with it. She did nothing with it. Nothing. If you invested your money and she did nothing, you could call your bank and tell them this was fraud. But again, you got to do it within 90 days. That's the problem. That's the whole problem. A lot of especially black people, don't understand what to do. They just think, oh, my money's gone. No, your money's not gone. And you can always file a complaint with the IRS. You can always do that. Always. If you don't know how to do that, contact me. I'll help you do that. I'll walk you through the process. But you can always do something. See, this is how those people get their money. Well, some people never get their money back. But this is how scammers get caught, because people start filing complaints with the IRS. People start complaining about them. Because you can't, I'm telling you, when you take American dollars, you got to follow the rules, people. You got to follow the rules. One thing the United States does not play about is their money. Okay, let's finish. We got another question. PR out here looking real, I know, crackish these days. She sure looks bad. Y'all know what? I feel sorry for her for real because I thought that. I thought the same thing, but I didn't want to say nothing because you know what? It looked like her energy or her life is just being sucked away. And it's just like Miss Jones just said, it looked like when somebody's on drugs, when somebody's on crack. That's how they look. That is the look. I'm not saying she on crack. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying something's wrong, y'all. Something is wrong. I've never went to Africa and looked bad. Remember how she first looked? She started looking really nice. And then all of a sudden something happened and she just changed. Her appearance just changed. It looked like something is just sucking the life out of her. Like yeah, that's the only way I can describe it. Like like her energy, her spirit, the chi. That's what they call it in chi, your energy force inside of you. You know, it looked like something is just sucking it, draining it, draining it, draining it. In Nigeria, they have this thing called these scammers, young dudes called Yahoo boys. Okay. And the Yahoo boys practice this thing called Yahoo. Okay. And Yahoo Plus. Okay. Yahoo and Yahoo Plus incorporates uh, witchcraft into scamming people. Okay. And what they do is they take your bodily fluids. Okay. They'll take a woman's bodily fluids when they're having sex with her. I'm just going to tell you, frankly, this is what they do. They take your bodily fluids. They'll take either your underwear or they'll give you, after you finish having sex, they'll say, okay, here, take this and, wipe yourself. Because, just wipe yourself. I'm going to, help, like they helping you clean yourself. And they'll take that rag. That rag has your bodily fluids on it. Okay. Or they'll take the sheet or they'll say, oh, I like those panties. Let me have those panties so I can have some, a part of you. Okay. So they'll take those bodily fluids. And you're right. Yeah, that's what I think too. Gambian thieves. Yep. But it's the energy life force because you got to remember that's a woman's energy life force. I don't want to read that, but that's what I really think. Can y'all see his comment? Y'all got to read the comment because I don't want to read that comment because that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what and that's what Gambian thieves, and that's another way to get the life force out of you. Yep, it's just sucking it out of her. And it's just like, it's just, yeah, this is real. This is what they do in Nigeria. Okay. And they do this because they take your energy, your fluids to their God, and they offer that to their God in exchange for success, in exchange for money, in exchange for anything. Okay. It's a lesser God. It's not the Almighty God. It's one of the lesser gods. And they say, if you do this, I'll do that. And this is what they do in Nigeria. And this is so real. And I've seen women who were beautiful women who get involved with one of these people. And the same thing happens. It's like their life force is just sucked from them and drained from their body because they need it. They need your energy. They need your energy to offer to your God, to their God. Yeah. Yeah. And being a bully can make it exhausted also. Yeah. And it'll bring somebody into your life like that too. It'll bring a man into it'll bring a person, it'll bring somebody into your life like that, especially when you're in Africa, especially when you're in Africa. You will bring that type of person into your life because you're dancing around with all these evil spirits because you're practicing evil things. Lying on people is evil. You're going to bring dark energy into your life and you're going to bring dark people into your life. And that's what it looks like. Places a space that says, I don't wish her harm personally. She just needs to stop scamming and lying and get a job and support her life in Africa. Exactly. I don't want her to get harmed. That's why I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for Dusty too. I really do, y'all. I feel bad. Y'all think I don't be feeling bad? I don't feel bad for the big pimpin' now. I don't never feel bad for him. But the two Dusty Divas, I do feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for Dusty travel with Tay Tay because once you go to Africa and you leave, you go through a depression. It's like you get depressed because you love it. You love the sun, you love the wind, you love the rain, you love everything about it. Then when you get back to the United States, most of the time you're alone because in Africa, you're not alone. No matter where you are, you're going to have people around you. You got friends, you got community. But here you're alone most of the time. You don't have friends and support groups like that. And I know she don't have friends because she's not a friendly person. So I know she don't have friends. So I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry when you see what happened to her karma and how I know these are bad, terrible people. Did y'all see what happened to her? Yeah, she said Kwasi had the hotel from hell, but see, no, she got to stay in the hotel from hell. Did y'all see that video with the roaches? You see how God does? You see how karma gets you in the end? They made that hotel. They made that video about him. Said he was going to have that lady staying in hotel hell who wasn't even there, who we didn't even ever see come. Hotel hell, but look where she ended up staying with all those roaches. That's how you could tell y'all when bad things follow you like they follow this woman is not right. None of these people are right. None of them. None of them. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't want nothing to harm her personally either, but she got to be careful the people she running with, especially in Africa. You got to be careful what you do in Africa. You got to be careful who you mess with and who you don't mess with when you in Africa, because Africa is just it's just like here. It's just like here. You don't know who practice witchcraft, and you don't know who don't practice witchcraft because witchcraft is real. I thought PR was doing well. She just became you're trying to be funny. She just became engaged and she looks like she has friends. You have to look at her. I did look at Cambion Thieves. You trying to be funny. You know this woman look like she looking like a dried up prune, and you know it. You know it. She looked like a dried up prune. It's like the life force is just being sucked out of her body. I just pray for the woman. I hope she all right. I think she need to leave Africa and come back here and start couch surfing again because Africa ain't doing her no good. I think she needs to get out the Gambia. But she ain't got no money to get out the Gambia. See, that's another thing, y'all. She's not going to leave. You know why she can't leave? She can't leave. She has no money to leave. And where is she going to go? She's homeless in the United States. Dusty paid her rent up with her little, remember she told us she gets money from suing people, from lawsuits. So I guess she had a lawsuit and won her some money, paid her rent up, and to travel to Africa. Yeah, but she ain't got no money either because that lawsuit money gonna run out. That money's gonna run out soon, especially now that she's back in the United States, honey. That money's gonna be gone. So let's finish. So tonight we're going to start reviewing data that shows how THC is using his tour business to exploit and overcharge the Repat community. We're going to be we're going to talk about how he's taking business from local Gambians who charge a lower rate for the same service. So the Gambians will charge us a lower rate, okay, for the same exact service that he will provide, but he will charge us a higher rate for that service. So we're going to start with the tours. We're going to review them real quick because we've been on here how long? Almost 2 hours. Okay. So we're still doing pretty good. Yeah, we're still doing pretty good. Okay. So the tours, we're going to review the prices of the tours. Does anybody have questions before we go to the prices of the tours? So we could talk about that. So before we talk about that, we're going to recap real quick what the data showed for those who don't know. We found through the data that from the first research that Big Pimp and Happy Companion exploits Gambian young women. He exploits the Gambian practice of polygamy, and he exploits African American in various ways with his businesses. Okay? So that's where we're going. That's where we're going with this. So fine. Okay, do we got any questions so far? Okay. The Happy Companion also instigates African Americans and Africans. He causes divisions amongst the people everywhere and all the time. He blames the non-melanated people for everything that goes wrong in his life. He's blaming them for me doing this research. He's blaming the non-melanated people instead of blaming himself for being an exploiter of his own people. Where did I get my data? Again, we got it from primary sources on YouTube. And again, Gambian Thieves, this is what you wanted to know. How did we know the the information is credible? Because they're primary sources. People are making these comments while these events are going on. Okay. If this event was going, if this was like a Lisa was doing her video and Kwasi and this dude went on there and said, "Oh, by the way, Kwasi Boyd has I'm not going to even say it," and blah blah blah. Then okay, then yeah, probably that would be credible. But the way that information was brought out tonight, that's a troll. That's one of Happy Companion's Big Pimpin's trolls. Okay, do we got any more comments about that? No, we don't. Okay, so let's start with, no, I want to do these real quick to remind you who we talking about. These were, remember, these were the people, these were what people were saying about him. They were saying that Muslims do not practice racism. Then they were saying that this is for that Big Pimp and Happy Companions. These were comments about him. We really have to be honest about intent. If any of us look at the photo with the live topic, it shows discord. The seed was planted, and until we can have honest combos, we will bear fruit, the fruit of discord. This was even on his channel. Okay. This lady, he would constantly just get smart with her. Okay. Because she was telling him, your videos are doing nothing but causing discord, and real Muslims would not do that. Real Muslims would not do that, and they wouldn't. Okay. And again, here's another one. The Happy Companion has been here less than a year, and already he has 2 wives. These guys come in like a cyclone, very young ones at that. Wow, are they taking advantage of our sisters like that? So see, Gambian Thieves, if it was in during this conversation, see, somebody could have threw it in if it was true. Somebody would have threw it in and said, yeah, and blah, 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 blah. But it wasn't. There was plenty of conversations about Kwasi, because this was about Kwasi and THC, Big Pimpin'. Okay? Where's the young girls from the orphanage that you and THC and blank had fun with? Where are they now? Okay. So this is this man's reputation. This is his reputation. This is what the repats are saying about this man, not me, not Kiki Loves Nigeria. This is what you guys. You guys are saying this. So finally, this is what I want you guys to remember. One of you guys said this, and you guys need to remember this when we're talking about these people. If people listen well, they know them all. So they sugarcoat anybody. So why sugarcoat anybody? No matter how they change their attitudes in different panels, because that's what THC does. That's what Big Pimpin does. He changes his attitude from panel to panel, but really he's an exploiter of the people. So here we go. Facts. We're going to start with the tours. We talked about this with the first research, but we're going to start off with this because these are the ones we could get all the facts from. Okay. So THC has a tour business that he promotes this tour business to the Repat community, exclusively to us. You can go to his website and you can see all these prices. He recently said he justified these prices that he charges, that I'm about to go over with you. He justified them saying that he has to charge these prices. He had to raise these prices because he was not making a profit. Again, he tells us he said he was practicing group economics. There's no profit to be made. Profit is not in group economics, but profit is in capitalism. He's a capitalist. He is a pure capitalist. So to go to what is called Kunta Kinte Island, that's an $85 trip that lasts all day. That's 4,350 Dalasi, okay? For a family of four, because there's a lot of time people in the Gambia who visit the Gambia. These are families that go visit the Gambia, okay? These aren't usually single people. These are families who will take, who usually go. So for a family of four, that's $340, okay? That converts to 7,401 Dalasi, okay? That Dalasi that amount of Dalasi is 2 times the salary of a middle class Gambian. So for one day, he's going to charge a family of four 2 times the salary of a middle class Gambian. And you said this man is not exploiting. This man is not a pure capitalist. This man wants you to believe he's a pious Muslim. This man is exploiting and overcharging the repat community. And for that price, what you get on your all-day trip that's physically demanding, because any trip in Africa is physically demanding. I don't care where you are in Africa, that trip is physically demanding. So for that all-day trip, you're going to get something to drink, one drink, and a snack. You got to buy your own meal. Okay? For all day, they're going to give you, for all that money, he's going to give you a drink and a snack, but you got to buy the rest. Okay? Now to go to Makiti Island, I hope I'm saying this right. That trip is $180, which is 9,212 Dalasi. And for a family of four, that comes out to 36,000 Dalasi, 36,849 Dalasi. Okay? And that includes, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that includes Georgetown. It's a 2-day round trip. And that's how much that costs. Wow. Just think about that. $712. That's going to cost a family of four almost $1,000. He's going to make off a family of four. 36, over 30, almost 37,000 Dalasi. He's going to make that. And this isn't exploitation. This isn't exploitation. This isn't overcharging the repat community. If this is not overcharging the repat community, I'm not sure what is. And here is the famous tour. Oh, you also get to go on a river trip on this 2-day trip that costs a family of 4 $720 in the Gambia. Okay. So for the city market trip, which is in Serekunda, the Serekunda market, okay, you're going to pay, this is a half a day trip now. For a half a day, you're going to pay $25. But you owe me $25 thinking, oh, that's nothing. But remember what we said last week. That's going to the swamp meet. So you're going to pay $25 to go to the swamp meet. Okay? Then swamp meet down the street on top of that. That converts to 1,279 Dalasi. For a family of 4, that's 100 Dalasi, which converts to 5,118 Dalasi. Okay? Now, that's just for a half a day. He's going to make $100 off of you, off of us, off this repat community. So that's compared. Now we're going to compare this to the Gambian. Okay. Well, let's go over this first. I want to give you some facts first. It says that in 2020, this is from some magazine. The source was mvorganizing.org. Okay. It says 2020, the same time Happy Companion is charging these exorbitant fees, taking money from Gambian tour guides, okay, who you can pay them $290. One person can pay $290 to a Gambian tour guide, and you can go to 3 places. 3 places, okay? You go on 3 tours for that amount of money. $290. You go on 3 places if you decide to go with a Gambian tour, okay? A Gambian tour person. Remember, each one of the Big Pimpin' Happy Companions tours are individually paid. So if you want to go, his tour prices are $85, $50, $25, $35, $125, and $180. The cheapest is $25. The most expensive is $180. So if you want to go to those 6 places that he offers, you're going to pay $500 per person. In contrast to, I go to the Gambian, who's right across the street from him, and I pay him $290, and he'll take me to 3 places. But I got to pay $500 to go to these individual places. See the difference? That's what I'm saying. He's exploiting you. He's exploiting this repat community. He's the biggest, and he does it with a smile on his face and his pious Muslim clothes on, and he quotes the Quran while he's doing it. Like he told you, you paying for this good content. What you mean? You paying for this good? You getting good content, ain't you? Cash at me. He says that. He says that. And then you want to come troll me? That makes no sense. So according to this envyorganizing.org, the average person in the Gambia earns 15,900 Dalasi. The lowest person earns 4,000 Dalasi. The highest person earns 71,000 Dalasi. 71,000 Dalasi. What were the prices that we said Big Pimpin' was charging? 15,000 Dalasi. That's over. Almost 2 times the salary. Remember? The one trip was almost 2 times the salary. This is really sad. 15,000 Dalasi is what the average salary is. If you take your family afford to Kunta Kinte Island, you're paying this man almost twice the salary of what the middle class Gambian makes. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. For one person to go to Kunta Kinte Island, one U.S. citizen to go to Kunta Kinte Island, that's more than what the lowest Gambian earns there. Are you people understanding what I'm saying? This man is exploiting us. He's exploiting this repat community with a smile. That's why I'm calling him Big Pimpin', because this man is big pimping. And I see pictures of people who went on his tour. They've been on his tour. And I'm thinking, you paid all this money. You cut a whole Gambian crew out the deal to pay Big Pimpin' so he can eat good. He can live good. Because he can't do that without y'all help. And he give you no credit for it. He gives his people who supports him no credit. He tells them this is what they're supposed to do. Yeah. Yes. So do we have any questions about those prices? He says he doesn't eat off YouTube. No, he overcharges off of YouTube. Yeah, he eats off YouTube. He's lying. He eat off YouTube. He eat off YouTube. He eat off his book. I don't know if he eat off that book though. I ain't gonna say that, but he do. He eat off YouTube. He has Cash App and he has PayPal. If you don't believe it's so, go to any of his videos, click on the description, scroll to the bottom. You're gonna see where you can Cash App him. Do we have any questions about that so far? Okay. He says if you guys don't pay him, you will lose. If he leaves YouTube, he's gonna lose. He's gonna leave YouTube. And he says that and this video was what are some of the causes of Black hatred? This is my source. And 26 minutes and 54 seconds into the video, he doesn't eat off YouTube, right? But he tells you people will lose if he leaves YouTube because he's a very positive influence. Narcissist. So you people better pay me to make videos, because if I don't make videos with my positive influence, you people won't be happy and you're going to be sad, so you better pay me. 27 seconds into the same video, 27 minutes and 4 seconds into the same video, he says YouTube content creators who report anything that is not positive, they are reporting false and misleading information. Because he doesn't want you to stop giving to him. He doesn't want you to stop giving that money to him. Because he's eating well off his supporters. He's doing well. Look at those clothes he wears. He wears really nice clothes. Really nice traditional clothes. Real nice stuff. But he should. Because he's charging you for every single thing. And you people, his supporters, are paying him. They're paying him. So that's where we're going to stop at tonight, because that was a lot. That was a lot. So we're done with the tours. Next week, we're going to talk about how he's exploiting the repat community with his YouTube channel. We're going to dig into that. Okay. because he exploits you guys in various ways with that YouTube channel. Okay, he gets money, like I said, he gets money for so many things. I'm gonna list those things and we're gonna talk about it. But we can't really know. Well, I guess we can, because some places he tells us, like the Patreon, he tells us the charges. The comment on the video, I think that's a $99 a month charge. You know, no, it's $1.99, I believe. So I gotta go through and see what the different charges are. But yeah, he charges you for every little thing, every little single thing. And I'm gonna look into this IRS about reporting people who do scams and fraud, and how long does the IRS go back? Because I'm not sure now. So, any other comments or questions before we get off here tonight? No? Are you guys sure? No comments? No nothing? We've been on here 2 hours and 11 minutes. We usually on here longer than this. How long does IRS go back? Okay. All right, y'all. Since y'all are quiet and I'm done, I don't have nothing else to say tonight. But we're going to end on this note. I'm going to read this comment again. I got to read this comment about Phoenix one more time. I'm sorry, I just got to do it. We got to read this one more time for those who didn't hear it, for those who just joined the show. We talked about in the show, y'all, this comment that caused a lot of controversy in the beginning and in the middle of the show, because it led to trolls coming on. And this is the comment for those who just got here. Yes, Phoenix Rain is a top-notch bum. Like, ugh, gross. I know her personally. I stayed in the Gambia for 6 months. She is a jealous-hearted bum who can't even afford a cab ride. Not to mention she stinks and never wears deodorant. I could go on. Well, y'all, that's it. That was the comment that I got that I just blew my mind. And that's the comment that we're going to end on tonight, because that just makes no sense. That I even receive comments like that. That just makes no sense. But hey, that's all I got to add for tonight. I will see you guys next week. I'm going to put out different videos. I have a lot of videos to put out. I got a lot of screenshots and videos that I need to put out of these screenshots. But guys, this has been a lot. This is a whole... Kiki, you are biased. Do the 5. What is the 5? What you mean, Kiki, you are biased? Biased how? You can't just say, Kiki, you are biased. You got to say you're biased and say X, Y, Z. You can't just say, Kiki, you're biased. I mean, that's your opinion. You can say your opinion, but that doesn't make it a fact. Why you say that? Because you mad because I won't just... No, because you talking about Kwasi again. I'm not biased against Kwasi. I just biased, towards Kwasi. I just go by what the data says. And what the data says is that this person was a nice person. He may do things that I don't, I don't do in my life, or things you don't do in your life. But overall, what the repats think about him is that he was a good guy. You guys said this. Remember, we talked about this, Gambian thieves and scammers. It was not Kiki Loves Nigeria who said these things about Kwasi. You guys said these things about Kwasi Boyd, not me. I did not say any of this. When I say my opinion, I say my opinion. Okay. But all these reports, all these live videos, these have not been full of video of my opinions. These have been full of opinions of you guys, is what you guys are saying. Who we like, and we dislike who we dislike. Places and Spaces says we like who we like and we dislike who we dislike. Yes, and that's true. And through this whole thing, I have learned to dislike his Kwasi Boyd's repats, and through you all showing me what kind of person Kwasi is, I've learned to like him. So no, I am not a bias. At least I try not. Well, we all have biases, you know. Well, you just got to be aware of them. And it's just like Places and Spaces says, and it's true. We like who we like, and we dislike who we dislike. It's just human nature. All right, do we got any more comments, or we got anything else that we want to add before I get off of here tonight? All right, y'all, I am out of here. I will see you guys. I'm trying to see if I see a comment. I'll see you guys next week.